So, my name is Terry Bain, and people ask me if I'm the owner of this place, and my answer to that is no, it owns me. I was working for some churches as a parish administrator and doing some catering, and the pandemic hit. I thought, what am I going to do? There's no church, nobody's partying, so I'm going to sleep for a week and then I'll figure it out. And I had somebody call me 3 weeks into the pandemic, and she said, I'm sick of cooking. I'm tired of trying to figure out what to cook. Would you cook for me? I said, sure, what do you want? I don't care. 3 customers that week asked me to cook for them. By the end of the pandemic, I had 400 customers.
Wow.
We had and we delivered. We had 4 cars on the road. Got a little crazy, but it came like a ministry, in that what I was finding was that older children, or children of older adults who lived in Northern Virginia area, and the parents lived down here, were concerned about their parents. And so what they would do, I'd send out emails of what was being offered for the week, and they would call their parents and say, okay, this is what Terry's offering, what do you want? So they'd order from me, they'd call the parents after we delivered and say, so how was the food? So those parents were getting contact from the children without it seeming like the children was checking on them. And then we were dropping off their food, so there was actually 3 contacts in 1 week. And it was tough because we lost some of those customers too. But it was something that I moved into where I didn't know what I was doing, into this is being really efficient. This is really working well. And then the town approached me and said, hey, you're doing a great job, and we've got this place, this spot. What do you think about opening a place? I said, no, I don't want to do that. So they worked on my ego, and here I am. So when I first opened, we just had that side over there, and it took me my salad bar was 6 months late getting here. And people would open up the door and say, where's the salad bar? So I was losing customers because my salad bar wasn't here. When the salad bar showed up, it wasn't what I ordered. Yes, I was in tears, I said a few words, and so I had to make a decision. Do I keep this salad bar that was supposed to be electric, which turned into be ice? It's the most expensive Yeti cooler you've ever seen. So I kept it, because how much longer was it going to take to get what I wanted and continue losing customers? Then I ordered the hot bar, and that wasn't supposed to come in for about 4 months, and it came in 3 weeks. I was not ready. Once they got that hot bar going, things got a little crazy in here. So the landlord of the building said the clothing store that was in here was going to be combining into one store. And he said, are you interested in the spot? And I said, I haven't been open a year. I don't think I'm ready to expand. And he said, well, okay, I just wanted to check before I offer it to somebody else. I'm like, no, don't offer it to somebody else. Wait for me. So I took the spot. He put the door in. There was a big hole over here. He closed me in. Now the town manager would pop in every now and then and complain about my walls. You need to do something with your walls. Well, I don't move too fast on things, because if it doesn't feel right, I'm not going to do it. And it took me a long time to learn that. So the wall stayed empty for a long time. I went to art teachers and said, what about putting your students' art up here? I went to photographers, artists, and they're like, oh, this is a great idea. Yeah, I want this spot. Nobody showed up. So when Kathryn stuck her head in the kitchen, she said, I got an idea. And she proposed her idea. I said, I've been looking for that. Okay, I'll see. Sure. And she said, I'll have it up before Christmas.
Oh, I said, I'll be back in 2 weeks.
And I said, okay, whatever. She said, oh, I'll have it the 1st of November. I said, okay, whatever. And she had it up in 2 weeks. And it's perfect. I mean, I think she was selling some things that she was hanging them on the wall.
Stuff has gone.
Yeah.
And for anybody who's deeply interested, there are all sorts of resumes and information because my sister, having been an artist for 40 years, she's shown all over the place and in all sorts of corporate collections.
And it's pretty cool because people would come in here and it's, you know, they're checking the walls out.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I'm not sure what else to say.
Do you cater?
I cater.
And you have events in here. And
Yeah.
and you get booked.
One of the reasons for having this room was to have events. I've had right many bridal parties, baby showers, and I have it set up this way so people can see what I've got available. And they come in, they decorate it whatever way they want. And if I provide the food, there's no charge for the room. If they bring an outside caterer, then it's $50 an hour. Haven't had anybody bring an outside caterer yet. We had quite a few come in here, 80 or so, checking out the art one night.
What, the art opening?
The art opening.
The art opening, yes.
Yeah.
There were about 80.
Catering. I do lots of catering.
What's your specialties in cooking?
Yeah, I'm a vegetarian. And it seems like whenever I help anybody with their catering, they put me on the meat dish. And for some reason, people really like the prime rib, people really like the meatloaf. And I think the reason they put me on those dishes is they know they won't have any loss, because I'm not gonna eat it. Vegetable medley is a very popular one. It's got a bunch of vegetables in it, that's prepared separately and then put together. Bread pudding.
Your shrimp and grits are great.
Shrimp and grits.
Your vegetable lasagna
There you go.
is terrific.
Okay.
I just go by what people tell me. The quiches were something I came up with over years of practice, and then one Christmas the whole family just said, "Oh, this is it." So I've kept that recipe. I don't know if any of y'all knew Helen Page. She gave me her coconut cake recipe, and that's to die for. The kale salad is a big seller. I kind of borrowed that from McCormick's Whiskey Grill out of Richmond and adapted it to what I like.
And what, are you open for lunch, dinner, breakfast?
Our hours are from 7 to 6.
7 a.m.?
7 a.m. I don't want to do anything that's already being done. So I used to have breakfasts, and then espresso opened up. And so I stopped the breakfast because,
So what do you sell at 7 o'clock?
well, I have a to-go case. So people grab things for
To go?
lunch
All right.
and
And you have real good coffee.
coffee.
Yeah, hot
And
chocolate?
basically, we don't do a whole lot of sales early in the morning, but I'm here cooking, so why not be open?